So I'm walking along near my house where I live and I just found this. But the question is, what would you do? Is there an opportunity here? Would you investigate further or would you just walk on? Hi, my name's Tony Daw from Your First 4 Houses, and I teach people how to build a small property portfolio that generates a great income for them so they can give up the day job if they wish, because they're now financially free. If this is your first time here, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click that bell notification icon so that you don't miss out on any of the free content that I give you each and every week. So let's take a closer look at this place. Now, although I walk down this road on a pretty regular basis, I've got to say I've never looked that closely at this property before. But now that I am, it seems really obvious to me that no work is going on here. I mean, look at that front garden. It's completely overgrown. The scaffolding poles are all rusted out. The windows are boarded up. In fact, part of the roof is missing. Obviously, there's some kind of an issue, some kind of a problem. But does that mean there's a potential opportunity for us here? Now, just to spoil the fun, I can't tell you if there's a deal here because I only spotted this today, and so I'm going to be doing a bit more digging over the next few days. But let me tell you what I've done so far and what I'm going to be doing, and that way if you spot something similar in your area, well, maybe you'll have a better idea of how to approach it. So step number 1 is a little bit controversial. I'm actually not suggesting that you do this, but if I find a site like this, might I be tempted to explore the site? Maybe climb over a wall or two? I might be tempted to do that, but you mustn't do it because it is technically trespassing. In fact, let's scrub step number 1 and pretend I never even said it and start over. So step number 1 is to speak to the neighbours. Now this isn't scary. Just walk up to the door, knock on it, step away from the door again, drop your body posture, be almost apologetic for troubling them, and just ask them about the site next door, because they will know, they'll know everything about it, and will probably want to really share that information with you. I've done this in this scenario. They were lovely neighbours and they did tell me quite a bit about the place. Step number 2 is to Google the address. Now this property may already be on the market. It's just that if it's been on the market for a while, the board may have blown down, they may have chucked the board into the front garden, and so you may be able to find out who's actually marketing it. But you might also uncover a real gem of information about the site. Step number 3 is to check if there's been any planning applications made recently. That may well be why no activity is actually happening on site. By the way, if you're finding this helpful, I would love it if you could just click on that thumbs up button down there. It really helps me if that's okay. Step number 4 is to download the title deeds and plan. Now this will only cost you about £6 for both, and I'll put the link for how to do that in the description box below. Have a little look on there for anything that looks untoward, anything that looks a little bit out of place. Also, is there a mortgage? Are there any scary restrictive covenants about the sites? Any obvious issues with any of the boundaries around it? Any obvious conflicts between what you're seeing on the title plan and what you're seeing in real life? Once you've done this a couple of times, you'll start to see a few glaring issues. They'll jump out at you when you start to look at the title deeds once you've downloaded these a few times. But above all, is the address of the owner different to the address of the property? If it is, step number 5 is to write to the owner. Ideally, you want to meet up with the owner, maybe go and grab a cup of coffee and find out what the problem is. Because there is a problem, because absolutely nothing is happening on site here. So as I say, go and grab a cup of coffee, sit down with them, build some real rapport and see if you can find some real win-win solution that would work really well for them and obviously work really, really well for you as well. Step number 6, follow up, follow up, follow up. Honestly, so many deals are made during the follow-up process. I can't emphasize enough, you need to put this into a folder and follow up on it, and then go and look for another site down the road and follow up on that one, and so on and so on and so on. Have you checked out my completely free mini course that will teach you how to invest in property and build a passive income without needing to put money into each deal? Click on the link here to find out more.